Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner. Renee or myself. Guys, there's no doubt that you see this court case when they postponed till on the 30th of May. They postponed the court case when the P2B court case to the 30th of May. 30th of May when the B say they don't swear in. What did they call them? Tinubu finish. Okay. That thing was a plan. It was a plan war between the judiciary and APC and Tinubu and Buhari. Now me talk about anything that won't happen, may it go happen. Una postpone them a day after when una don't swear in on a president select. Why? And una hear the one of Atiku, one una don't say case not there. Una hear them on 26. But the one una supposed to hear will be the 25%. When be Abuja when una not say that thing. Now we get them. Now people be hold that thing. And we hold una for blockers. Una don't want to talk that one before una swear Tinubu in. Una want talk am after una don't swear Tinubu in. So that hence Tinubu don't assume presidency. They can control anything in Nigeria. Which court you want carry your president go again? No, president una don't swear in already. Which court go judge am? And they ask una. Nigeria, una wicked. The wickedness when the devilish heart when this country get, you see this politician, the heart, devilish heart when they get, God no go to forgive them. Let me tell you. Una carry the court case. Una want to say una be judiciary. Judiciary my foot. Judiciary una carry a day after swearing in. Now una go hear I go see what una go hear. Now that day, now that since then I know they see this thing. Una know they say as I see the case, say these people. Nigeria. So for me, I see that as a plot with a well-planned, a well-orchestrated plan between APC, Tinubu, Buhari, and Judiciary, just to make Nigerians a whole over 200 million people, just to fool all of us. It's all right. We're waiting for the court case on 30th. But for those who are waiting for that court case, it's all right. That as they see that court case again, I tell you, but nothing past God, nothing surpasses God. Now, one of the lawyer don't bust out. The guy vex provoke. He say, you see this judiciary, they go burn Nigeria very soon. Not be me talk about, now lawyer talk am. The lawyer they provoke, not be small lawyer. That guy now very, very obonga one. He said judiciary must put Niger. He go put them for fire. He said they go send Niger to ablaze. Say Nigeria go born last. Say this thing one that they want judiciary, they don't want here. When the fire begin to burn, may they not call them out. So they don't want judiciary, they don't want here. Say as the plan say they want enthroned. They want enthroned president when he be say they no elect, not then select them by themselves. And taking say over 200 million people go quiet. Say when the fire begin to burn, may they not mention their name or say they don't want finish. Say judiciary is undermining the whole Nigerians. Millions of people. I can say this lawyer, this one talk for this one loud. For those who never hear lawyer, they talk. I mean, nobody tell me they talk. All right now, watch the video.
Please. Morning, sir. Yes.
Well, we were here on Wednesday.
Yes.
The court gave us Wednesday as a day to come for our ruling. And then we were given the same information.
Yes.
That the court was attending a conference and that the ruling had been adjourned to today. So I take it that at the time they were adjourning to today, they already knew that they would be out of whatever conference they were going to have. So we're here back today, and they are giving us the same excuse of the court attending a conference.
That they use our brain.
We don't think that is a fair way to treat us. You see, this thing, everybody has rights. I think the impression that as litigants, as people who approach the court, we have no rights. We are absolutely at the mercy of the system. It's a very wrong one.
Very bad.
Respect begets respect.
Yes.
You have to respect me as a litigant, then I will respect you as the judex. So if the court, what we see is that we have not been fairly treated. I have been in Abuja for how long now? Nobody has asked me about my hotel bills. I practice from Lagos. If he wasn't going to sit, he should have told me. He should have told me on Wednesday, I'll be back in my chambers in Lagos now. But he asked me to come back today, only to get the same excuse. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. And as far as I'm concerned, we are, by the grace of God, going to do something about it. In the sense that I think we need to sue. We need to bring it before the court so that it will be examined. What we have lost, the right that we sought is to restrain this swearing in. So by the court not sitting, we've lost a great deal. So who is going to pay for that? If you came and gave a ruling that we don't have a right, it will be understandable. Now you're seemingly staying away from the court. Makes me understand that we have a right, but for one reason or the other, you cannot find the courage to declare that right.
That's right.
So you are now trying to use absence from the court as a means of depriving me of that right. So I'm going to sue. You're going to pay.
Yes.
You will pay for it. You pay for it. You are going to tell me why you left the court. And we will fight it to Supreme Court.
How do the judges?
And maybe we will establish as a precedent that Nigerians ought not to be treated in this fashion.
That's right.
With all due respect to the learned Judex, for whom I have the greatest respect. But like I said, this ruling, it will not take 2 minutes.
That's right.
It will not take 2 minutes to deliver the ruling and then get back to any conference
They don't want to.
that he's attending. So what I want to say, I have said it, I have written to all the security agencies, I have written to major embassies, I've written to the American embassy, I've written to the British embassy, I've written to the French embassy, German embassy, and I've warned that you cannot make the mistake of installing an unconstitutional president in Nigeria.
That's right.
Unconstitutional.
It will have been better that you resolve this question that we brought before the court. We are not saying that the question must be resolved in our favor. We brought the question here to be resolved. We have a right to have the question resolved. Like I always say, hearing belongs to me. Decision belongs to the court. You understand? So, you cannot make the mistake of installing somebody unconstitutionally. It's an overthrow of the Constitution.
Hi.
That person, now if you read section 1, subsection 2 of the Constitution,
Yes.
it says, no person or group of persons shall be permitted to take control of the federal government or any part of it, take control of federation or any part of it, except in accordance with the Constitution. That section invests every Nigerian with authority to resist whoever is sworn in,
That's right. Yes.
contrary to the Constitution.
That's right.
Every Nigerian in every station of life,
Yes.
wherever he is,
That's right.
that is an order from the Constitution to that person to resist whoever is sworn in unconstitutionally.
Unconstitutionally.
So it must be that those who want to do this swearing in have conspired against democracy and want to overthrow it. The Constitution says, section 14, subsection 2A, that sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria.
That's right.
And they give consent to those who govern through the Constitution. So where you do not observe the Constitution, it means that you do not have the consent of the people to rule.
No regards.
The people have a right to say, we are not going to recognize you or acknowledge you. What is coming to Nigeria is what these people, they are behaving like children. As far as I'm concerned,
Animals.
they are behaving like children. We all saw Shoneko here somebody went with a decree or word of mouth, made somebody president and commander-in-chief. A court, it took just one declaration from a court, and it was gone. It's the same thing that the same thing that we are getting into. Any court in Nigeria is invested with the authority to interpret the Constitution and can say that the person who calls himself president was not duly elected and therefore cannot answer that title and cannot give any instructions that should be obeyed. And that would be the beginning of crisis. We have warned against this. I don't know what is making them behave, think that it's a joke. I don't know how you will take 200 million Nigerians as a joke. You know, it's not going to happen. The Constitution says you go and have a second election. But you feel too big. Like I was explaining to someone, it's the same in discipline. Where you have red light, say stop. That's right. You feel too big. Because you are driving your Jeep, you don't stop. It's the same thing. It is the indiscipline in us that we have carried over to this exercise.
Rascality.
The Constitution says you've not made it. You've not made 25% in Abuja. Nobody has told me that I'm wrong. There is no constitution. There is no court. I came to this court for the court to tell me that I'm wrong.
That's right.
Rather than telling me I'm wrong, the court, stays away from court.
They don't deny.
The court cannot even look me in the eye. So nobody has told me I'm wrong. Nobody has the courage to tell me I'm wrong. Because I am right. So the Constitution says you should go for a second election. It's a simple, very simple thing. Even if that second election does not produce a winner, you go for a third one.
Yes.
You feel too big to comply with the Constitution. Because all your life has been a life of indiscipline.
My brother, when I don't see him, I have this serious conviction lately. I have this, the conviction, it did dawn on me in my spirit that, you see these judiciary, yeah? They are working for Tinubu and APC. You see these judiciaries? I don't trust them again. You see what this man talks so? That they leave their court purposely, just a delay tactics, so that they go swear in Tinubu first. When they swear them in, Tinubu don't become GCFR, I don't know what they call him. Then how you wanted the carry and come court? And they ask you, we president when you don't inaugurate, what you want, you get them out. Even when you never even put them for the presidency, court see the shit. They don't get them out. They don't still get them out. Let them know when you don't make them president, how you want to take change job? After 29th, what will be today's date? What will be today's date already? On I won't swear I'm in on Monday here. So how do you understand this kind of person? Even when they never swear in, he don't even tell president say na in turn. He tell Buhari say na in turn. So even Buhari can never, you can't cough. If I say quiet, you're quiet, I made you. Somebody won't tell a sitting president say na my turn. Quiet, na me made you. And nobody will change it. That time you never be president too. Let alone when don't give them all the presidential regalia. When I don't put them inside there, who go cough? Who go fit talk? Now be the problem with the talk. And that is the delay tactics. When I don't say these two parties, this court people, judiciary and the APC and the Tinubu, that they don't even get agreement already. Say, Baba, if you not judge this case, I feel fail them before I am sworn in. Wait. Make them swear me in first, after when I go judge them. Anything when I decide when I be president again, now it go happen. Forget about it. That is the tactics and that is the plan. When I go see them now. And the same thing when this lawyer they talk so. Now they talk so. How can you not decide and not judge the matter when they happen, when they hot? When go put Nigeria to fire? Una don't want this. Una don't want decide them as quick as possible before swearing in. You know you don't want to address the rudiment of the problem that you are pushing to swear in. Then when the problem come now, say, how Nigeria go like this? How Nigeria? The man say they want on, but when I don't want here, it's all right. My own, I no got problem. I no got problem with my own. Not to catch the news and emphasize emphasize on the issue. Una don't see him. The man said Tinubu is an unconstitutional government. Not me talk. Now he talk him. They are unconstitutional president, and therefore must not be sworn in. Must not be sworn in. Say if they swear in, now problem that they cause for Niger. I don't want to talk too much, guys. If you love what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, even on TikTok. All of my followers gonna love, guys. Peace out.